it up here, Connor. Don't blow yourself up, catch yourself on fire, hurt anybody or anything. Hey everybody, it's Tyler Feaster with Outdoors in the Bluegrass, and I want to invite you to our video about opening weekend for deer season here in Kentucky. Man. It was a weekend and we enjoyed it because we were outdoors and we were with family and we were with friends, and it was just absolutely fantastic, and that's what it's all about. Some might call it an unproductive weekend because we didn't come home with a trophy buck, but we had a blast, and it was an adventure to say the least. Unfortunately, things didn't pan out exactly like we wanted them to, but we did everything we possibly could, and when it comes to an end for the weekend, we just had a blast. So we decided to go out Saturday morning. I'm actually just filming. I'm not hunting this year. My nephew Jacob was out in the stand bow hunting, and we decided to go out Saturday evening, okay? So we decided we hopped in the gator, we rode down. Now mind you, this is right after the remnants of Hurricane Harvey had come through and decided to drop all kinds of rain, okay? So the water was way up in the rivers and creeks, and it was just really damp, but it was still so beautiful. It was cool, it was chill weather, and it was just fantastic weather to be out there on opening weekend. We absolutely loved it. So we headed down, and you know, like I said, the water was a little bit high, so we crossed into the creek trying to get back into the farm where the stand was at, and that was a fun little adventure, but we made our way back there. And as soon as we stopped to kind of tuck the gator away and hide it, you know, we ran right into a snake skin. We thought it was a snake, but it was a snake skin, luckily enough. So we kept our eye open for that snake. I don't care what kind of snake it was, we kept an eye out for that thing. And then we packed everything up. Actually, we forgot our rangefinder after getting all the way out there. So we had to haul it back up and go get it, and then haul it back real fast. Didn't delay us too much, only 15 minutes. We moved pretty fast, but it was still lots of fun. We started walking to the stand, and probably about 20 to 30 yards out from the stand, I just stopped, and I throw my arm out and stop Jacob, and I slowly turn my head, and they're standing, I mean, not even 15 yards from us, if that, is a huge buck, 9 or 10 point, I mean, velvet just hanging off of it, red, orange antlers, and he just stared at us like, what you gonna do? And then he took off running, and we were like, oh. Walked right up on him. We ain't gonna see him again. But you know, it didn't matter. You know, we got there, we got everything settled in. Jacob climbed up into his stand. I got set in the blind, ready to film. And it was just, sitting there was just absolute beauty. Watching the animals and the squirrels, the birds, hearing all the noises, and just being out there in nature was absolutely freaking awesome. We loved it, okay? That's what it's all about for us. Now, we saw a lot of cool things while we were out there. You know, nature unfolded right before our eyes as the evening progressed and it started to get dark, but we really didn't see a whole lot of movement out of the deer after we ran into that buck as we walked right up on the stand. We did see a doe and a couple fawns out in the field. Jacob spotted them. They kind of started walking in, but obviously that's not a shot we're going to take. And then from another field, another doe and a set of fawns started walking in, but that was pretty much it. So as it started getting dark very rapidly, we decided to pack it up and call it quits for Saturday night. We still had the rest of the weekend, and we left watching a beautiful, beautiful sunset, ready to go home and rest and get ready for Sunday morning. All right, so it's Sunday morning. We embark out super, super early. I mean, it's dark, and we made our way out there. But man, it was so foggy, it was crazy. With the flashlights, it actually looked like snow was falling. It was so neat and so beautiful. It was absolutely something we just kind of had to stop for a minute and enjoy. And, you know, we took the same steps. You know, we started, you know, hid the gator, tucked it away, and started walking back to the stand and getting ready. We made our way back in there. Jacob climbed, tucked himself up into the stand. I put myself in the blind, and we were ready to film. It was a pretty good morning. I mean, there was a lot of activity going on. I mean, there was birds and squirrels and stuff going on the night before, but they were absolutely just going haywire, okay? And we're just enjoying it, watching the light start collapsing into the tree lines as the sun rises over the horizon. Just absolutely beautiful being in the outdoors, guys. We just love it, okay? Being with family and friends in the outdoors, there's nothing better. I can't say it enough. But at some point, we start hearing some noises, and all of a sudden, this doe just goes pew, and jets the fence line. I mean, something had spooked it already before we even had an opportunity to see it. And then not even like 2 or 3 minutes later, another doe comes strutting right down the fence line, okay? Just starts taking its sweet old time, just moseying on down, and it gets out of sight, jumps, and we never see it again. So we sit there and decided to continue to hunt. Wait until we could get our hours in. We just couldn't sit no more and wait. And I think maybe about an hour passed finally, and then all of a sudden I get a text message. Of course, our phones are on silent. I'm sitting in the blind ready to film, and I get a text message from Jacob, and it says, "There's a doe to your left." So I'm like, okay, here we go. And I get my cameras out, and I start slowly looking to my left. And there she is, probably 15 yards out. I see her, and she started creeping in and got a little bit closer. I'd place like 8 to 10 yards is as close as she got. But she got really upset. You got to check this out. You got to check this out. Okay, yeah, so she was a little upset, right? I'm pretty sure she spotted me. As tucked away as I was in that blind, there was some form of movement that I did. I didn't even think about it. I had my wedding ring on. It could have reflected. It could have been a reflection from the camera on the lens on the camera. But something spooked her. She looked dead at me, and she was stomped, squeaked, and she was out. And that was the last bit of activity we saw on Sunday morning. Now, I had to go to a family reunion on my wife's side of the family on Saturday night, so I wasn't able to go out and film. But Jacob went out with me anyway and had his GoPro, but guess what? It wasn't turned on. He saw a doe, and it saw him immediately and jetted real fast, he says. And then, that's right, not too long. I mean, it was right at dusk. He was getting ready to pack up and call it a night. And a nice 9 or 10 point. I think after we looked at it on the trail cam, because we saw the pictures of him right before Jacob took the shot, we saw the picture on the trail cam, and it was a 10 point. Nice size buck, nice size buck. And he took the shot, took a lung shot. He said it hit the ground, rolled into behind the tree, got up, dragged its back feet, and stumbled into the shrubs. And he thought for sure he was going to find it in the shrubs. He got down and couldn't find it nowhere. And that's when he called his mom, and his mom called me. And then that unfolded the search of the ages for the missing deer. Great news. Just found out that my nephew Jacob shot a buck. That's right. My sister just called, told me that he got it done. We got to go find this deer. Evidently he shot it, it rolled, and then started running out of the tree line. So we got to go track this deer down before it gets way too dark. It's dusk already. It's going to be dark in a matter of no time. We got to go find this deer. We got to go find it.
Look, I'm finding it.
She found that. I'll give it to her. So
keep your curse words to a minimum so I have to do less beep outs.
I can zip it.
Yeah, that's blood. All right, good. Good job, Jacob.
I knew I hit him.
That wasn't Jacob.
I meant for hitting the deer.
That's bright red, so that's a good spot to hit.
All right.
Right now we got to find more.
That's what I'm trying to go up this way.
I can smell it.
Smell what? The deer?
Yeah.
We'll get this sniffer to working and all right, good. Go back. Fred. I don't.
You don't think he's up in here, do you?
He might be.
It almost looks like something laid down right here, but I don't see no blood.
Well, I don't either. I found those two spots.
Yeah, that doe, she scared off. I went to go turn my GoPro and she caught me. And this buck was stupid.
Well, I saw the video, and then your mom called me, and I was like, how did he shoot that deer with the phone in his hand?
I'm good like that.
All right, that's thorns. All right, to be clear, where's the last blood we saw? Right here?
They're easier to track when you shoot them with a gun.
Yeah, because they don't go as far.
Alright, well, we ain't found no more blood since then, so he's not.
My guess is...
You found more?
no.
Good thing is it's getting colder.
Yeah, it got pretty warm today.
I smell something dead.
My flashlight's gone. I got another one.
I got that one you gave me. Yeah. I just gave it to her. It doesn't? It's not the right kind then. Blood! Right here. He's going this way.
Which
He's
one?
going to water.
He's going this way.
He's going to water.
That's blood, brother. That is blood. Well, I noticed the only reason I went this way is because I saw he's falling over here. Right here.
Where's the blood?
Right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Barely see a drop of it. Good eye. I got another flashlight here. This one's dark. Give me one back, I'll put it in my pocket.
I see a pad.
I think this is it right. Look right here.
He fell again.
This is what I saw earlier when I found the blood. Yep, blood. Right there. We're on his trail. He ain't far.
Yeah, that ain't much blood.
He's losing less and less blood.
This flashlight sucks.
Could you possibly find anything else to complain about?
I mean, I don't have my food.
No. He could have went down through that cut.
I looked down through that cut, I didn't see any blood.
He could have went that way too.
He's bedding down that much.
Now we need to find the next spot of blood. Halfway tells us we're going in the right direction.
All right. No more blood. I don't know where he's gone.
This is all these humps. This is where he'll come lay. So the question is, which direction did he go? Because
Well,
this,
we split up.
well, I mean, mine path ends right here.
I know, and I came in from the other side.
My path ends right here, but it goes this way towards in there. I got broken spider web.
Do you? Yeah.
Probably going across this tree.
I ain't found no more blood though.
I figured as much blood and the color of it and the bubbles in it, there'd be more. Maybe it's where I hit him high up. I don't know. Our two bats connect right here.
How much did you find?
Quite a bit.
So he crossed right here.
Yeah. See? It's all over it. I just wonder if he ran back up in those woods right there.
I don't know, but I gotta find more blood. I've been sitting here looking. He's either out in the open field or he's ran back. Keep looking. There's a spot. I'm good at this. Why can't I kill him?
Yeah, Michelle, good job. Yep, there's two beep beeps.
Blood. He's went back this way.
Where did you find blood at?
Right here on those two bushes.
What?
That's an awfully good cut right there. You see any blood back here? He's bleeding. He ain't gonna last forever. I don't see nothing. Well, he's either heading up this way or he's right, we've missed it and he's heading down that way.
Well, then why? But we found blood over there on that side.
It's bright red blood. Ooh, that's got air bubbles in it. I hit a lung. I think that's...
What we need to do, we
Them
need to
take
follow
bubbles.
it right back up and see if it comes across this crosswalk right here.
Yeah.
There's a spot.
Because that's the last time
Yeah.
we saw blood.
He's walking this fence line, or this clearing line here.
Nothing's way up in here. I didn't see nothing though when I looked on the other side.
Yep, right there. See it?
No.
Yeah, right there on that leaf.
That's a lot in that little circle.
Ooh.
Here's some right there too.
Now we need to see if it goes this way.
No, I think he's coming this way.
Heading towards water is my guess.
Yeah, I think we
There's
lost
blood
him.
right there. He came this way.
Yeah, I think he came right through here. And when I walked through here a while ago, I didn't see this blood. And that's why we lost him going down that way. He switched over to this side.
So you think he's heading this way, or he went out that way?
All right, let me walk down this tree line.
No, we just need to keep following our blood. We know we got blood.
Well, my last blood spot was down here.
That's where we're going.
I guess adrenaline kicked in or something.
That stinks.
My bad.
Ooh.
Try to tell you. We would see more blood, I think, if he came this way. Yep. About as much as we saw last time. It's all coated through this grass right here. Right here. He's heading to water.
It's got air bubbles in it, so I got a lung.
Yeah, he ain't gonna make it much longer. And I agree with John. He's not, if that arrow's sticking out of him, he's staying away from things that are gonna pull on it. There's more blood.
Has it got bubbles in it?
I don't know.
Bright red with bubbles? Yep, bubbles.
Kinda. Maybe a little bit. Blood.
Alright. I'll move up to where y'all's the last blood and y'all keep moving forward.
So, Jacob takes down a buck with an arrow, and we've been chasing this thing around for about 2 hours. Blood trails that keep circling around in circles. We've been on foot the entire time. 2 hours in. Now we're gonna go and get on the vehiculars and see if we can go down by the river and find him, because he keeps, I think he's went down by the river and doubled back around. But we're gonna find him. All right, it is almost 11:15 at night. we looked everywhere. We followed the blood trails down to the river and back, like I said before, and it's just too dark. We can't. He's laying in the thicket somewhere, or he's coming back around and went down and fell on the field. So the only thing we can do at this point, unfortunately, is come back in the morning at 7 a.m. and when the sun rises and go back at it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go get some rest and hit it at 7 a.m. and come back and look for this buck that my nephew Jacob has shot, undoubtedly, because there's blood everywhere. We'll find him. We'll definitely find him. All right, everybody, it's early. Happy Labor Day. We're on our way to find this buck. I'll laugh if we just see his antlers sticking up in the middle of the field somewhere. That would make me really mad. You think he's still alive moving this morning?
He's still up moving this morning, probably.
Yeah, I mean, I walked right up on it. It was laying right there.
But look at that.
And this way there's another stick sticking up, and here's tracks where he came over the hill, but I can't find any blood on the hill. So it may not. The last blood I got to that last stick.
It's kind of darker, right, but the center of it's bright.
Here's some that's nice and fresh.
On the back of that leaf. Oh, he's got
Here's
this.
blood.
Yeah.
Blood.
And then there's some more on my stick where there's another little stick sticking up there.
Right here.
And then that's the last I found today. See, I haven't been able to, but you can see the tracks. See right here where they slid in the mud coming over the hill? The tracks here. And here. But I don't see any blood on any of this. But there's definitely a path right there. I mean, you can see the
Blood. And then the speck.
Yeah, definitely he had his brakes on because you can see the.
I wouldn't think he'd jump out in that.
No.
Mike said.
Like I said, we're assuming where the blood trail ends that he jumped in the water. But we don't know. That's exactly what happened though, man.
I need to make a better shot next time.
Yeah. Live and learn. I'll laugh if we find him just laying here on the tree line. But, I mean, he could have just went right into the water. That runs down to Rice Road?
Yeah.
I might take a trip to Rice Road after we're done.
Should let me feel them all before I decide to download them.
Yeah, it is. So it's a last ditch effort coming to the other side of the river, trying to find him.
Woo, that is cold.
It's that cold rainwater.
Oh, it's deep.
Here it is. Prince! 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the day after the shoot. And we're still hunting. Wading through a river. Yeah. That's dedication. We'll get used to it. Now, the shallower we get, the stronger it gets.
Really?
Yeah.
So we keep together?
No, you're fine. Just do. See how I'm walking that way, but I'm facing that way? Risking life and limb. For a deer we don't even know it's over here. But best guesses says it went over here.
Feels so much easier to walk now.
My legs are tired.
That was
See that
scary.
big hill? That's right. That's another big hill we climbed. Climbed it to try and find a deer. All right, 11 hours invested finding this deer. About 4 or 5 hours ago, we ran into a dead end called the Salt River and hadn't been able to pick up a trail since. We've crossed it, we went down it, we went up it, we went through the rapids, and we've not picked up anything new. So we're calling it quits. But we gave it our best effort, and it was a heck of an adventure for the first opening weekend of bow season in Kentucky. And next time, I hope he pops back up on the trail camera, I really do. But that's it. Thanks for watching. No bad comments, because we tried hard. We tried real hard. Look at this. We're in the water,
We're
soaked, wading up and down the river. You ain't even seen the hills we've been going up and down. So,
Yeah.
thanks guys. Enjoy. And that's a wrap for opening deer season here in Kentucky 2017. We really enjoyed ourselves. Unfortunately, it didn't turn out exactly like we wanted it, but we spent time as family and friends in the great outdoors and it was absolutely fantastic. Now, we've already started posting some pictures about the events that unfolded this weekend while we were hunting and filming, and we got some negative comments. I think one of them particularly was, you should shoot to kill and not shoot to harm. Who does that? Who goes out hunting and just shoots to harm so the animal just limps off and suffers? Who does that? It wasn't us, and I'm sure it's not very many people, if any. We don't do that. We were shooting to kill. We harvest, we eat the meat, we're not wasteful, we make sure that we follow the laws, and we make sure that we follow ethics, okay? We're good sportsmen, and there's many of us out there. So thank you for the people who defended us. We really appreciate it. I think everybody knows that not everybody's perfect, and sometimes it's going to happen. You take a bad shot. And honestly, we don't even know if it was a bad shot. We don't know completely what happened. I mean, Jacob took the shot, the deer hit the ground, it rolled behind a tree, and then struggled to climb off and get into the brushes, and that's the last we saw of it. And we followed the blood trail for 12 hours, up and down mountains, knobs, up and down the river through the current since the river was flooded, across the river banks, through the thicket. I got bit by a big spider on the back, got a big old round knot on my back. I mean, we did everything we possibly could for 12 hours over the course of Saturday night into Monday afternoon. Yeah, and some people said, you know, you should have got a dog. Well, I'm telling you right now, the trail ended at the river. The blood ended at the river, the prints ended at the river, and there's a little island just a few feet out into the river where we found more prints. So he went into the water. And the land outside of the other side of the river is private land. It's not owned by us. So, you know, we did absolutely everything we could, and we hope the deer's not suffering. We don't want it. It bothers us really bad. I mean, why do you think we worked so hard and spent so many hours trying to find this deer? But hopefully it's okay that the shot was a little bit off, and it's something that it just went into the meat, and it's something that he can heal from, and we'll see him again on the trail cam. That's what we're hoping for. We'll keep our fingers crossed. We hope you do too. Thanks everybody who likes and shares our page and all of our videos. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you all so much. I hope you enjoyed. There's a lot of deer hunting left in this season, okay? We got a lot to go. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you all so much.